The city of Venice is located on 118 islands. When you cross a bridge, it means that you step onto a different island. But not all islands are so easy to reach. If you want to explore the lagoon islands such as Murano, Burano, Torcello, and San Lazzaro, you will have to take a Vaporetto. The most famous lagoon island is Murano, the home of Venetian glass. It is located about 1 mile away from Venice, and it's very easy to get there. You probably have heard about Murano glass, the most expensive glass in the world. Murano is the place where it's produced. We were lucky to see several glassmaking presentations, and after watching them, I understood why Murano glass is so expensive. Do you know that Murano has dominated glass production since 1291? At that time, Venetian law ordered all glassmakers to live on Murano. Firstly, to prevent Venice from possible fire danger, but mainly to protect the secret of glassmaking. The glassmaking knowledge and techniques were handed down from father to son. These techniques were so guarded that any glassmaker who tried to leave Murano and share the secrets was sentenced to death by the law of the Republic of Venice. While Venetian glass became world famous, local glassmakers could attain the highest social status, and since the 14th century, the daughters of glassmakers were allowed to marry Venetian nobles. I would highly recommend you to come to Murano Island to see the glassmaking presentation. It's very, very interesting. And besides, you can walk around and shop around and find beautiful items made of Murano glass. Number two why I would recommend you to come to Murano Island is to get away from the crowds in Venice. In January, Venice is not overcrowded. However, in high season, it may help you to go away for a day from the crowds. Our next lagoon island is Burano. It's famous for its lakes, seafood, restaurants, multicolored houses, and quiet atmosphere. I had such a feeling that I had visited a famous exhibition of French Impressionists, not an island. Just look at these juicy colors of the houses and the reflection on the water. If you're an artist at heart, Burano is your destination. Now we're going to Torcello, my favorite lagoon island. Venice began here on this island. The first settlement was established between the 5th and the 6th centuries. The first inhabitants were farmers from Rome who tried to escape the barbarian invasions. Several centuries ago, Torcello was home for 10,000 inhabitants. With time, the island has gone into decline, and today the population is only 20 people. We came to Torcello in the second half of the day, and we were the only visitors in the bell tower. I love to come here at the end of the day when most of the tourists are leaving back Venice, and I love to see the sun is setting down, and I love the quietness of this place, and I also love to climb the steps up to the top of the bell tower and enjoy the view. And by the way, behind me there is Burano, the other island. This island is very, very tiny. There is a small hotel, but I don't know if it's open right now because it's January, it's low season. Also, there are two restaurants, and I think one of them was open when we passed it by to the way to this bell tower. So I don't know. I just love it here. Just love it here. From its top, we had a great view of the Basilica of Santa Maria Assunta, the Church of Santa Fosca, and the Venetian Lagoon. In 1948, the famous American writer Ernest Hemingway lived on Torcello. While living here, he worked on his book Across the River and Into the Trees. I didn't find his house he lived in during his stay, but hope never dies. Perhaps next time I will get lucky and find Hemingway's temporary residence in Torcello. If you decide to follow our steps and go to the top of the bell tower, just keep in mind there's no elevator. You will have to climb 78 steps and follow the long walkway to the top of the tower. Torcello is an enchanting place full of legends. I've noticed that the tourists adore this tiny bridge for posing, kissing, and making selfies. Do you know the name of it? Devil's Bridge. The Torcello legend says that in ancient times a pretty young and wealthy Venetian girl fell in love with a local man. One day he was found stabbed. The desperate young girl begged a local witch to give her one more chance to see the man she loved. The witch told the girl to be on this bridge precisely at midnight. That she did. When the clock struck 12 times, magically the girl could see her beloved coming towards her. As soon as he touched her hand, both of them disappeared into the night mist. Since that time, locals often see a huge black cat sitting on the bridge, and behind the cat, a faint silhouette of a man. Don't believe in superstitions? Still ready to take a selfie on the bridge after sunset? St. Lazzaro is our next destination. It's the quietest among the Venetian Lagoon Islands. Today, visitors come here to see the old Armenian monastery, which has a long history. A local guide will show you around. You will not be able to visit this place without a guide. This island is home for 10 monks, besides a few people who help them maintain the buildings and take care of security. The Armenian monastery is an interesting place to visit if you love history, if you're greedy for new historical facts, as well as insight into a different culture and experience. It has the most unbelievable collection of treasures, including priceless archaeological artifacts from all over the world, including the Egyptian mummy dated to the 15th century BC. Amazing. The monastery library contains 150,000 books and manuscripts. Some of them are nearly 1,300 years old. In 1816, the English poet Lord Byron visited this monastery. You will see his room where he lived and worked, helping the monks translate all Armenian manuscripts into English. The island is named after Saint Lazarus, the patron saint of lepers. For several centuries, from the 12th through the 16th, this island was an isolated place for the unfortunate who were diagnosed with leprosy. The island was abandoned in the 16th century. In 1717, it became the home for the Armenian Catholic congregation. As you can see, a trip to Venice simply cannot be complete without visiting the Lagoon Islands. I'm confident that you will not regret experiencing firsthand Murano, Burano, Torcello, and San Lazzaro. Thank you so much for watching today. Until next time.